We are on the record at the beginning of media number 1, volume 1.
This is the testimony of Elizabeth Holmes going on the record in San Francisco, California, 9:00 a.m. on July 11th, 2017.
So Elizabeth Holmes is giving deposition testimony prior to her criminal trial. And this just shows the type of person that she is, the hubris, the arrogance, because she got up on the witness stand, looked those jurors in the eyes, and thought she could convince them of her innocence. Just like she defrauded people out of hundreds of millions of dollars, she was completely wrong. So this is old Elizabeth Holmes in the power suit, the boss bitch. But the Elizabeth Holmes at trial was a very different Elizabeth. She had her hair down, she was wearing a blazer, she had her mom, she had her daughter in there, less makeup. She wanted those jurors to see a mom, not a CEO.
The device wasn't working, and we couldn't fix it. So I had somebody send in fake test results from a test we'd done before.
So this is critical evidence in the case because prosecutors had to get into Elizabeth Holmes's head. She said, look, I'm just an executive. I'm not a scientist. I wasn't the one running these tests. The prosecutors had to show that, no, you were directing all this. You knew the machines didn't work. You knew that the tests weren't accurate. You knew they couldn't do hundreds of tests, maybe a small handful, like 5 or 10. And the fact that she's admitting this to other people, like her boyfriend, COO Sunny Balwani, is what tanked her defense.
Do you think my board respects me?
Sure, just keep making the money.
Could they fire me? From my own company?
Of course they can. You took money from VCs, they own you.
This scene shows the importance of VC or venture capitalist money for startups. Startups are all about growth, getting big at any cost. And in this particular case, Elizabeth Holmes would say or do anything to raise money for her company.
I know things have not been going as smoothly as they should have, and that's my fault. But I brought on Brendan Morris, who's developing a version of our prototype.
I'm going to call for a vote of no confidence from the board. You'll no longer be CEO of Theranos. You had a good idea. You're just not ready yet.
So I assume Don Lucas is one of the big investors in Theranos, and he realized that Elizabeth Holmes wasn't telling the truth. And there's so many reasons why this is such a fascinating case, but this is one of the big ones. This isn't an Enron where, just ordinary folks lost their pension because they were scammed, by a big company. These are some of the smartest, most sophisticated, richest investors in the country. I mean, former cabinet members, high-ranking military officials that all believed in Elizabeth and invested in her company, and they were all scammed. So it's just fascinating to see that really doesn't matter how much money or power you have. Elizabeth Holmes was one of the best talkers out there, and she swindled them out of their money. I think Amanda Seyfried does a good job portraying Elizabeth Holmes because, look, this is a very unique case. Elizabeth Holmes was really young and she built a $1 billion company. Now the government's gonna say that it was just founded on a bed of lies and it was all fraud, but you can see at least from this scene that she's a young woman who became very successful in a short period of time, didn't have a lot of experience, and is in way over her head.
I don't think that this is going to work out.
What do you mean? What's not going to work out?
The partnership.
What?
I think that Walgreens is a little old-fashioned in culture, which I absolutely respect, but we need synergy, and I'm not feeling a synergy here.
Really fascinating here. The show depicts the clear divide between the male-dominated executive world of these pharmacies. And Elizabeth Holmes is running Theranos as a young woman. Her number 2 is a person of color. Just the compare and contrast between the two and how she's really upending this business world. I love it.
We're still waiting to get those sample tests on the device. When do you think we'll get those?
Come on, Elizabeth.
Super important scene here because it shows that people are asking Elizabeth, hey, What about the test? What's going on? She knows, and she's known for years that the tests aren't accurate, but she's still out there. She's raising money. She's partnering with Walgreens when really the product doesn't even work. So we're just getting started in the Dropout because the trial hasn't even started. I can't wait to see the second half of the season. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell for notifications.